However, I have the good fortune of actually being on the receiving end of many clinicians, right? Like I serve clinicians, and we also sometimes show up in our relationships that way. And when we are receiving, whether it's a service or support or coaching from other people, or we've hired someone to support us in our business, sometimes we show up with the same intolerance for day-to-day speed bumps or turbulence. And I truly believe that that gets in the way of us moving forward in our careers. So the reflection points coming out of today is, one, I want you to feel validated that you're often on the like receiving end of that, where someone else's intolerance for mild inconveniences actually has nothing to do with you, and you couldn't have done it any more perfectly than you did. And even if you did do the thing right, they maybe still would have been mad about something else. And that kind of unprovoked negativity is really about them and not about you. But also, you need help sometimes, right? And you are subcontracting services from other people, and you are looking for support in various areas of your work and your business and maybe even your health. And sometimes you are that person who is scorching earth over a typo or a missed deadline or a something or other that in the grand scheme of your career is actually probably harming you more than it is benefiting you. It's like when a patient quits with you and then they're like, I'm going to go see someone else. And it's like, and start all over. Like, do you know, you're going to have to tell this whole story again? Like, what it takes for you to start over with another professional in so many regards is like, it's like such a setback that you have to be really sure that the benefit of switching gears or getting a new accountant or whatever it is worth the pause in progress. And I think because we're generally under resourced and our tolerance for turbulence is pretty low, we will cut ties with a lot of projects, a lot of people too early, right? So, and I do think there is this balance, right? Like we think about tolerance from like a mindset perspective, the question, and I've done this work myself in my own mindset work. It's like, well, what am I tolerating, right? What am I tolerating from other people? And we use that word like as a negative, as if tolerating things is always bad, right? As if tolerating is always about your boundaries, and we all want to be so boundaried now. But now we're like so boundaried that we won't like work with people in like the real humanness of what it takes to actually work together and work through conflict, etc. We're so boundaried that we'd actually just rather talk to no one, and do nothing. And then we're frustrated that we're not able to make any progress. So I want us to think about that word tolerance as being much more about feeling grounded in your decision making and feeling a level of resiliency. Like, to me, when I think about tolerance, there's like the emotional tolerance of, what like sort of toxic behaviors or thoughts or whatever am I tolerating in my life, and that's maybe negative. But also in my work, I use the word tolerance as a proxy for resilience, right? Like, I can tolerate a difficult day or a difficult week, or my business can tolerate a difficult month because it has this infrastructure and support and steadiness to it, that the highs and lows of each individual moment or each individual email or each individual whatever is not actually throwing me off course. My tolerance for the day to day and the ups and downs is very high. And I don't mean that in a like, I'm getting walked on or I'm getting bulldozed or I'm tolerating crappy behavior from people. That's not it at all. It's more of a weathering the 24-hour storm kind of feeling, that term tolerance. And so what I watch with clinicians often, and even when I'm, listening to the general banter of, even when people interact with Confident Clinician, right? Like, if people are unhappy about a 1-day response time or whatever it is, there can be that tendency to sort of scorched earth with that resource or with that service or with that person. And so, what I want you to sort of think about today, and this is kind of the purpose of this episode, is to ask yourself, like, what would that more tolerant version of myself do in this situation?